Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, this is a sublimation cup, but we're going to epoxy it instead. And I'm going to be using the new Bond Craftor tumbler coating for the tumbler. Hang on, I've got stickies all over my... So this is my second attempt at doing this. And I'll show you after I started coating the 2 cups that I painted. And because I hand painted them, I did not wipe them down with alcohol first. And I started getting fish eyes. So I panicked. So I hurried up. I ended the video. I took some paper towels, sprayed it with alcohol, wiped off as much of the resin that I could get. And then I went back because I knew I had wiped everything down. I put a thin layer over it. So that's spinning over on the other side. So in order to give Bond Craftor a proper tutorial, I need to do it the right way to start. So these are just, it's just a white sublimation, and we're going to do an alcohol drip. And I am going to spray this and wipe this good with alcohol before I start this time. Even though you think there's no oils on your hands, you'd be surprised at how much gets on your hands. Oh, and I was looking for one of these and I couldn't find it. So, because I wanted to show you guys the wood grain. All right, let me get this one. I'm going to sand this down, and then I'm going to put I'll just spray coat it with white, and then when it's done, I'll come back and we'll do 2. I'll do this one. I'll show you how I do the wood grain look on this one, and we'll do an alcohol drip on this one. So that way you get to see both looks. So let me get this cup ready, washed, and I'll be back. Okay, so nothing is going right today, guys. Nothing. So this is supposed to be white, and it came out like a coffee color, which I didn't mind. But then it dripped up here, and I'm like, you know what? I could sand it and redo it, but I'm not gonna, because this is gonna be a wood grain look. So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go with it. So what I found works the best is the Ranger alcohol inks. And I have teak wood and I think this is Serpa. So there's just 2 different kinds. And it's really, really easy to do like a wood grain. So we're just going to get these opened. All right, so, and I pulled out a few brushes just to see which one's going to work the best. All right, so I just take a line and kind of run it down. And I'm going to try this brush first. And then I just kind of drag it through. Whoa. Like I said, nothing is going right today. Nothing. But this just makes a really beautiful wood grain. And then I've just got to figure out what I want for a decal to put on here. So in the Serpa gives kind of like a red, like a reddish color. So we're going to get the first layer on, and then we will go through and I'll put some knots. All right, so I want the teak wood. And then just, you know, kind of like move it, leave some a little thicker. And it just kind of gives like that little texture-y bit. See how pretty that looks with those darker. So you can have it more of like a lighter wood grain or a darker. It just, you know, it depends on what look that you're trying for. And the good thing with this is you don't even have to, you know, like let it dry for any amount of time or... Just kind of let it make different shapes. It's been a while since I've done one of these. We're going to put this one kind of like at an angle. I couldn't remember which color I liked the best. So yeah, we have our nice little kind of wood grain. Let me see if I take some of the lighter one. Let me find a really dark spot. All right, so we do have to do the bottom of this one. Let me see if I can... Oops, sorry, I'm off camera here. Hang on. I'm trying to get the the bottom. Let me do it like this so you can. All right. Let's see. Where's, all right, so we've got our wood grain done. So let me figure out what I'm going to put for a sticker. And then I will get this back up to where the tumbler turner is, and we will get ready to epoxy. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up pulling out these little, it's just all different birds. So I figured with the wood grain, when I first started doing these tumblers, I used to put the whiskey barrel one logo on it. Those were huge sellers, but I wanted to, you know, kind of still. All right, so let's just start getting some of these on here. Let's see, do I have one facing this way? Like I said, I'm just randomly putting these on here. There's no, just so it's, you know, a bird lover. They'll have a whole bunch of pretty flowers and birds. Little holographic. And we'll put him down here. Like I said, nothing's going right today, so I'm not gonna spend a gazillion hours trying to make something perfect here. And I'll do that one. I'll do this one down lower. All right, so let's think that's pretty good. All right, so let's move these out of our way. And we're gonna get this one back on. And I'm gonna grab 2 medicine cups. Well, actually, I only need 1, really. All right, so let me get some gloves on. You know, we could put like a strip of something at the bottom, or, you know, I mean, there's a ton that you could do. But let's see, I'm gonna make, we'll start with 20 ounces. No, let's see. Okay, that's 12.5. No, we might as well make a full 30 because it's just at the 15. All right, we'll do the... And hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And this is 1-to-1 epoxy. All right, we're at 30. So with this kit, you can definitely get, because you get 2 of these cups, you get some of these, you get some stir sticks. All right, so let's just, can you see what I'm doing here? I will wipe this white one down again. So you just basically have to mix this until it is clear. I could have used a little bit bigger cup, but you know, it's just one of them days, guys. Just one of them days. So I'm gonna put the epoxy on this one first, so that way I can do my alcohol drips in the front after. And then once this first layer dries, well, cures, then we can figure out, you know, do I want to put any stickers before I put the final coat? I will give these 2 coats each, at least. So, all right. So here we go. I'm already making a mess. All right. I just want to make sure you guys are in frame so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that I have that rim completely coated. And on these, I got to remember to do the bottom. All right, so I'm just pulling that down, making sure we have a nice even layer throughout the whole piece. Excuse me. You know, when you haven't done something in a while, you kind of get rusty, and that is definitely me today. All right, just there. Okay. So let me just, all right, got that white. So what I did is I just pulled out a raspberry, an aqua, and an emerald green. And that's kind of what we're gonna, and now everything's gonna be sticky because I forgot to open. And, all right, we're gonna get these opened, try to. And I did get some Cinca white just in case. All right, so let's just get some epoxy on this cup. So I am putting it a little bit heavier on this cup because we're going to drop those alcohol inks. Start smoothing that, making sure everything is coated. And then when I pop the bubbles, I will do it on both at the same time. So yeah, I'm glad I redid it because that one is looking absolutely beautiful. We're not, you know, we're not getting the fish eyes. So I knew that it was my error on the other ones. But I think I'm going to be able to save it. I will have to sand, but that's okay. All right. So let's put that there. And oh my gosh, it gets so sticky. All right, I'm just gonna take this glove off and I'm gonna put this one on just because it's not as sticky. And I am gonna pop some bubbles. So I've just got my torch. So I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth. Do the same on this. Even though the alcohol will, you know, get a lot of the bubbles out, but this way here, it just will have a little bit of, oh, hang on, this one's not even open. I just got some on my face. I have a hair and I don't want that on my cup. Some on the bottom. And this will just be a nice, vibrant, all right, let's just add some regular blue, a little bit darker. And let's do an emerald green. Purple. And then we'll take the heat gun and all right, and some more of that darker. All right. So let's blow this out and see what we get. I don't even know what cover goes with what. Oh, I did want to add some of this. Just to give it like a little bit of a sparkle. Kind of throughout. All right, let's take this heat gun. I'm going to stop this for a quick minute. Need to get more on the bottom. All right, so let's get some. have a spot that needs some resin here. Two spots. It's all all right, so let's get some of these colors on the bottom here. Oh, that is really pretty. See, I'm getting fish eyes again. What the heck? This is beautiful. I think this is my best tumbler I think I've ever made. I don't know why it's doing that. So I guess I'm going to leave it and just hope and pray that they don't get any bigger, because I can definitely fix it on the next go if they don't get any bigger. I just want to fix that one spot. All right, I'm gonna leave it. It seems like it gets worse when I add heat. I don't know. I don't know. Oof. And I'm gonna wash this cup really, really good. And I can't do that on this one because I would mess it up, and it is beautiful. I don't even know if I would put any stickers on it. I do have some little holes on the bottom, so I'm just trying to blend those in. I mean, it's the bottom, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So far, there's only those two little ones. All right. So I'm gonna let these, it's 12 hours they're ready, but I'm thinking it's 4 o'clock now. I'm thinking by maybe 10 o'clock I can put the second coat on. So that's kind of where I'm hoping to go with this, so that we can get them done for tomorrow. Alrighty, guys, I will be back. Wish me luck. This one here still wants to have some fish eyes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go make myself a drink. You know what? That's it. I've had enough today. I'm done. Maybe if I go have an alcohol drink, I will feel better. I don't know. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys. So I'm back. They came out really good. I just put a little bit more resin on this cup, and it stopped the pulling away. I have two like little dimples right here. So I've already sanded all the cups except for this one. So I figured I would do one on video with you just so you can see. But I mean, we've got a few like little bumps in here, and a few bubbles like in here, like just you could feel it. But other than that, this cup came out amazing. So I've just got some 220 sandpaper, and we're just going to just kind of scuff it up to dull it down. And then hopefully we will put our final coat of resin. So basically you're just kind of getting that surface scratched up, so the next coat of resin will stick to it. All right, so the bottom half is done. So that's why I only saved one to do on camera, because, you know, I knew it was going to be kind of boring. But I wanted you to see the whole process. So if anybody, you know, was thinking about getting into cups, we got one little tiny fisheye right there, just a little, but we should be able to get this. All right, and then don't forget to do your bottom. you know, if you're coating your bottom. All right. And then I'm gonna grab my gloves so that I know I'm not gonna get any fingerprints on the cups. When I, you know, after I wipe them down. So the reason I ended up starting a new video is because when I had started the other ones, when I came back to recoat them, I had forgot to press play. But these are my other cups, and these are sanded. So I'm just gonna take my paper towel, and we're just gonna wipe the cup down just to get any dust or debris off them. And what I'll do is I'll coat these two, and then I'll just do the other two, you know, off camera, so that you're not excuse me. So hopefully everything goes better today. A new day. But it's still cold and yucky out. It's raining, which is why I still have my sweatshirt on. All right. So we've got that. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to make 40 mLs. I'm hoping it'll be enough for the 4, but if not, I know I'll at least have enough for these two. All right, so let me... All right, we're at 20. I almost overpoured. Oh. Well, maybe if I put it here, you can see it a little bit better. And then this will make it a lot easier to mix. All right, there we go. And I'm just gonna get this all mixed until it gets clear. And just like regular resin, make sure you scrape your sides and your bottom. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we'll start with the back one. There was something in there. And then once you put this resin over it, just kind of, just like when you do a resin piece, it brings that shine right back. And this will self-level, so but I just want to try to get it as even as I can. All right, so hopefully that's just gonna cure just like that. I will have to get the bubbles out. Actually, let me, all right, so we'll let that spin. We'll get this one coated. This one is so pretty. So these are both 20 ounces. This is just a skinny and that's a regular, so that's the difference. Just pull this down. Just trying to make sure that everything is coated. right, let me see. I'm pretty much at 20. At the 20 mark, so let me just get some. And then I will hit both of them again once I get the other two coated. I'm just trying to, if I see any bubbles, I'm trying to pop them. Okay, so I'll get the other two done, coated, and then we'll be back to hopefully finish these off. All right, be right back. Alrighty, guys. So it has been 8 hours. These are, you know, they're dry. They're probably still, if you banged them, they would ding up. But I want to just kind of get this video finished and show you guys. Let me just get my styrofoam thingy out of here. Oh. There we go. All right, so we've just got a little bit of cleanup to do in this cup. Now, I have no paint in here because I did not paint this cup. So I just take my knife and clean that off. And I do the top. Hopefully I'm in frame for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And then once they're fully cured, I will just bring them upstairs, wash them in the sink, and we have our beautiful finished tumbler. This one came out really good. So that is one. Now this one, I will have to clean up the inside a little bit because I do have some spray overage in there. So basically, all I do is I have 100% acetone, and I just wet a paper towel, and it cleans all that paint up that's in there. And then obviously, you know, you definitely want to make sure that you wash the cup before you hand it to somebody. I don't know how many times I've sold a cup and, you know, I wash them, but you still, you know, I wouldn't drink out of something that I didn't wash myself. And I've seen, you know, people just like open it and drink out of it. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And then we do the same thing on this one here. Just trying to get a little piece started. There we go. So this epoxy is really hard because it's not even 12 hours, and that is extremely, extremely hard, which is good because that means you're going to have a nice hard finish. So I have the regular top that goes on this, and then I have one that I decorated. And if you guys want me to do a video on how to decorate the toppers, put that in the comments, and I will gladly do that for you. All right. So now this is all nice and cleaned. So this is the cup with the original top, minus the dust. With the pretty birds on it, with the wood grain. And then you can have a decorative top. So it looks like there's ice cubes with a piece of lemon in the top. So yeah, that is today's video. And let me just, I won't clean these on camera. I just wanted to show you what they look like all done. So this is the hand painted one. And then this is the other one, which has got the little easel with the footprints. And, oh, did I bring my tops down here? I did not. Oh, I did. I did. All right, so this top goes with this one. And this top goes with this. So this is one I made a video on doing this. So that's one of the top for this cup. So I did the easel to match what was up top. And then this one has the boat on it. And this one has a boat on the top of this one. And that's all, you know, attached. So yeah. Those are my tumblers, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. Would you like to see how I make these tops? Yeah, put it in the comments, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.